evening, everybody. Welcome to our first edition of the Spring Coaches Show 2023 model. Welcome, everybody, to Three Borders Sports Network. Welcome to the Giants Coach Show. And it's powered by Red River Communications, and we're brought to you by here on rainy 4th Street and 2nd Avenue here in downtown Wahpeton at the City Brew.
Yeah, it wasn't raining when I came in, and you went outside.
You sent me outside.
It started raining, so
yeah,
nice job.
You said go out and get something out of my car.
Nice work.
Yeah, and that got drops all over me, so I look like I'm
well done
here.
Well done.
All right, but anyway, we got it done. Well, welcome, buddy. You're Brian Watson. I'm Joe Schreiner. How about that?
It's good to have a spring show. We haven't had any sports.
No.
Now we've gotten them all started, so now we can have our little coaches show here on Wednesday night. So it's good.
And we didn't get to do a final winter show, but we'll have Coach Ralph. He's not able to be here tonight, but
we might get some updates on what happened.
We'll get that, and we'll talk to you after the show is over. So we'll.
I got no spring sports, so
no, you don't.
We'll do what we can.
All right, welcome again, everybody, to the Giants Coaches Show. Again, we're powered by Red River Communications, and we're brought to you by the City Brew here. And the City Brew's got some fun stuff here tomorrow night. They've got Joe Linder live music right here at the City Brew, and then also on May 2nd, it's Friends Trivia Night. I'm not good at Friends. I can't do Friends.
I don't have any friends.
I watch Friends. We're not going there.
I'll be here all week.
I know. All right, and there is a kids' meal coming for you, by the way.
I know. I'm not going to say who ordered that, but it's okay.
I think he's still sitting down.
Yeah, he is. That's okay.
All right, enough of that trivia stuff. We'll move on, and we'll welcome our first coach of the 2023 season here for the spring season. That's Andrew Lundsetter of the Huskies baseball squad joining us here. Andrew, thanks for coming up.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for having me again.
Appreciate you being here. And we've already canceled one of our coaches' shows because of the weather, but do you know offhand how many games you've had to cancel and or postpone?
Yeah, I was going to say it's hard to have a spring show when we haven't really had a spring.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think we've been backed up about 8 contests so far, but those are doubleheaders too. But
sure.
Yeah, we were supposed to start playing. Our first game was supposed to be April 4th, I think.
Yeah.
So we're 3 weeks past that already.
Yeah, we're past that quite a bit. Yeah. And I think last year, if I remember right, it was basically the same kind of a spring, and you ended up going out to Bismarck area and playing out there, didn't you?
Yeah, we were really lucky early on last year. We got a couple of games. We went up to Dickinson for 2 on a Friday night. That we usually don't have that that second week at the end of the week. We don't usually play games. Last year we were kind of lucky. You only need the 9 practices. We had 9 practices exactly. We went out and played Dickinson on the 10th day of the season.
Wow.
Got 2 games there. Went to Bismarck the next day, played 2 there. Came back the following Tuesday and went to Valley City and played 2 there. So we had actually played 6 games, and Valley got those 2, and nobody else in the conference had played a game.
Wow.
So we got 6 games in right away.
Yep.
But then it was like 2 weeks before we played again, and then a couple and a week off, and then play a couple, and it still kind of slipped into that, missing 4 or 6 games there for a couple weeks, but we definitely were outside a lot more at this point. We've only been outside 3 days so far.
I was just going to ask you that question. How many times have you been able to even practice, not counting the game, which we'll talk about in a few minutes, but just practice outside? How often have you been outside?
Yeah, last Monday we spent about an hour outside, and then Tuesday we spent our whole practice about 2 hours outside, and then today we were outside for about half an hour.
And where did you do it, behind high school or out at the airport?
Out at the airport. That always usually always is drier a little bit quicker, and we don't mind getting out there a little bit earlier. JR, we try to stay off that until it's ready to go.
Until it's ready. Yeah.
That's what we're gonna play. So.
Yeah. And you and I both walked out there. We thought the infield was in pretty good shape, but the outfield's still pretty soggy.
Yeah, it's still pretty soggy. It's still got a few days to go. This rain certainly isn't helping that much, but that's kind of where we're at this point.
All right, before, again, you have played 1 game, thank goodness, and before we get into that game specifically, Coach, just talk about the roster, who you're bringing back, again, some of the key players, the seniors. Without a list in your hand here, you probably can do it off the top of your head, but I'm going to put you on the spot a little bit.
No, I sure can.
All right.
Really lucky this year to bring, all but 3 guys back from last year's squad. We had 3 seniors that graduated last year. Important players, but we've got this big junior class everybody knows about. They've been together for a long time, had a lot of success in their baseball careers. as seniors this year, we have 8 seniors. I think probably highlighted by those couple of kids that are going to go play at Crookston in the fall. Caden Capps is shortstop, Jackson Fleetfoot behind the plate. Caden Hawkert's a fantastic pitcher for us. Really came out with the bat last year as a senior. And then we got around the infield, Riley Timmy at third base.
Yep.
He's been a solid player for us. Jack Rittenauer at second base. First base, Josiah Hoffman. Out in center field, we'll have Gavin Schroeder, all seniors. Yeah, lots of speed. That's kind of been a thing for us the last couple of years. We like to get on the bases and try to put pressure on the other team. We'll have, of course, Jaden King. He feels like he's in that grade. Everybody's always surprised that he's just a junior.
But he's always played with them guys.
Yeah, he's always played with those guys. He's obviously a top-notch player for us, too. He'll play right field, maybe a little left field. Obviously a fantastic pitcher for us. The other outfield spot, Caden Hawkert has always kind of been an infielder for us. He started playing a little bit of outfield last year because he's a guy that can move around a little bit. He can be a utility player for us. He's going to do that again this year. When Cappy's pitching, he's going to play shortstop. But he's going to be starting in the outfield quite a bit too, so he'll play some left field. A couple of juniors that are going to, we have Skylar Blado back still from last season. He was on our squad last year. We expect him to help out a lot, both pitching and in the outfield. He's also our backup catcher. And I really like how he's come along at that spot. So he's going to catch a lot of second games for us. Miles Hinckley we got back. He's just a sophomore. Another outfielder for us, which is good because we don't have as many players at that position. So in the outfield, so it's nice to carry a couple extra outfielders. And really he's a left-handed bat. He's got a lot of potential. He's got speed to go along with that too. Then we got Cooper Klosterman. This year, Nick Langenwalter, a guy who a new guy for us this year, but who played with them in the Legion last summer. Braxton Pauley, who did a fantastic job starting the game against Breck the other night as the pitcher. He's going to help us out a lot on the mound and with the bat, and then he'll play a little bit of first base too. And
Joe Hoffman's over at first base too.
Josiah Hoffman is our first baseman.
I don't know if you mentioned him.
I did.
Did you? I'm
first
sorry.
base Josiah Hoffman.
Okay.
And then we have Keegan Lynch as a second baseman, also a backup second baseman for us. Another senior. We're loaded with that senior leadership, so that's
good.
It's really fantastic for us.
So how many are you carrying on the roster officially?
We got 14.
14 on the roster.
14 guys on the roster. Yeah.
And there is
I think that was everybody. I think I got everybody.
I think you did pretty darn well, to be honest with you. I'm sorry that I missed Josiah there, but junior varsity, you got enough guys on that squad there for
yes, absolutely. I think we got.
You don't need to name them all, but
17.
Is there 17?
16 or I think it's 17.
Okay.
But 16 for sure. We've had one or two that have come and gone, I think.
Okay.
But I think we're at 16 maybe. That might be right. Yeah.
All right, and then go through your assistant coaches and stuff before we get into the game.
Absolutely. So Will Ulick, we still have Will Ulick. He's been doing
Willie's
this
still around, huh?
Yeah, he's just about 20 years now.
Come on, man, you're getting gray.
Yeah.
In the
So
tooth.
we got Will Ulick still varsity assistant, Hunter McCall varsity assistant, now been for a couple of years. It's fantastic to have Hunter around. Young guy who's been a part of the program.
Yep.
Knows his stuff. He's got a great attitude. Comes ready to go every day.
Yeah, I think the kids like him too.
Yeah.
So,
He is a big kid, so the kids love that.
Exactly.
Yeah. And then we have Ryan Brandt too. Coach Ryan Brandt. He's the head wrestling coach for Wahpeton too.
Yes, sir.
He's our JV head coach. Does a great job with those guys.
Okay.
Those are our coaches
That's
for
the
this
coaches.
season. Yeah.
All right.
So we had all our coaches coming back from last year to this year, which we've had a bunch of turnover the last few years.
That's
So it's
true.
kind of nice to have all 4 guys back this year.
So it's consistency within the Husky baseball program. All right, so let's talk about the one lone game that you've been able to have, Coach. And again, Coach Andrew Lundsetter, Huskies baseball coach here, and Andrew Lundsetter joining us here on Three Borders Sports Giants Coaches Show. Again, Andrew, you played. Let's see, what night was that? Friday. What night was that?
It was Monday.
Monday.
Yep.
Monday night against Breckenridge. It was an 11-1 win, 10-run rule, so came into effect.
Yep.
And
after 5, yeah.
let's just talk about that a little bit. You said that Braxton Pauley started on the hill for you.
Yeah. Braxton just, we wanted to get a good look at him early. It was a non-conference game, so we were slated to play at Central yesterday, so that would have probably been a Jaden King or a Caden Kappas or a Caden Hawker game yesterday. So we wanted to hold on to those guys for right now and for some conference games because we have some more later this week too. So we really wanted to get a good look at Braxton, and he came out and just set the tone right away, threw strikes right away. First pitch was a strike. I believe he even the first batter of the game was a pop-out right to Jackson Fleetfoot. He didn't even have to really move for it. Stood up
right
and
at the
it was
plate,
right there, yeah. So, and that was just really a great way to start the game. And he settled in so quickly. Was really, really mature. And he is a junior, so it's not like he's a freshman or anything like that. But I thought he handled sometimes in a rivalry game like that. And there were quite a few people there for being at the airport on a spot that we wouldn't usually be in playing. And it wasn't very nice outside. He handled all those things really well, just really mature. The way that he approached his pitching performance, and I couldn't have been happier for him. The way he started 3 absolutely solid innings for us, no runs. I think maybe just 1 hit, and just threw the ball really, really well.
And he pitched all 5.
He pitched just the first 3. We like to go on a pitch count for the first couple of games.
That's
when
fine.
Everybody's out there, especially with the cooler weather.
Oh, yeah.
So we told him, I had told him he probably wasn't going to throw more than, I had said 40 pitches or less. I think he was at 38 going into the 3rd inning. I told Skylar to start warming up, and then I thought, I asked Braxton, how you feeling? And he said, I'm feeling pretty good. So I told Skylar to hold off, and maybe we would wait a little bit longer. We'd let Braxton start the 3rd inning then. And then I just told Skylar, let's have you get loose so that you'll be ready to come in mid-inning if we get to that pitch threshold. I said, well, if he gets three guys out in 7 or 8 pitches, we'll let him pitch the inning. Well, that's what he did.
Let him roll.
So it just went perfectly. He got those 3 guys out. I think it was 8 pitches.
Yeah.
He threw his 45 pitches and got him out. Skylar pitched the last 2 innings, did a really nice job too coming in.
Good.
Throwing his, some really meaningful innings for us. And those 2 just did a great job combined there for that game.
And offensively, I think a couple of the boys had triples they saw, and offensively the team did well.
Yeah, we looked really good at the plate. I thought we looked really comfortable at the plate, which was great to see because obviously that you haven't been in a live game situation for 8 months or whatever it is. I thought we had such a solid approach at the plate. We were really good attacking pitches in the strike zone and not chasing anything. We were really patient at the plate, which is exactly what we want to be, making solid contact. And we had several outs that were well hit balls, and that's what we're just trying to do is hit the ball hard. And make them throw strikes. And I thought we did a great job of attacking the strike zone. Like I said, we were real patient and took our walks when they were there, and filled the bases every inning. We were moving guys around on the bases, really aggressive on the base paths. We had probably, I think, 5 stolen bases also.
Wow.
So lots of guys getting hits with guys on base, runners in scoring position, scoring runners, extra base hits, solid line drives. We couldn't have had a better start to the season.
And defensively must have went well then too.
Yes, and then, I think that's kind of something we hang our hat on is pitching and defense. And if there was one thing every once in a while last year that clipped us, it was, we'd have a tough game at the plate. I think we were pretty dependable for the most part. Pitching and defense, and I think that's something that these guys have excelled at for a long time.
Yeah.
They make good choices every once in a while. It's still high school baseball, so you see a play and you kind of tilt your head and you wonder what you got to ask them what were we thinking on that one.
Yep.
And that's true of just baseball at any level. You can watch Major League Baseball and sometimes you watch a play and you go, what the heck was that guy thinking?
Yep.
But I think these guys do a really good job of keeping their composure.
All right.
And making the right play. And we talk a lot about knowing where to go before.
And you talked about the 8 seniors.
Yeah.
That they should be doing that
Absolutely.
at this level.
Yeah,
I
they
mean,
should know.
at
Yeah,
this stage.
they should know, and they do. And
and they do.
And they're really good at communicating. And
Yep.
you know, we looked like an experienced baseball team, and that's what we wanted. So
Yeah, it's a fun team to watch, folks. If you've never seen this team play, you need to get out there and see them. So tell everybody. Now, we were talking off air here before we came on. You said that you're supposed to go to Grand Forks. No, it's supposed to be.
we were supposed to go
Right.
to Grand Forks yesterday. Now
And then-
tomorrow, St. Mary's is supposed to come in here.
Come here, but
Yeah.
then Friday has been changed.
Friday was supposed to be a doubleheader here at JR against Cheyenne at 5 and 7. Now those times will be the same, but we'll be at Cheyenne on Friday instead. So,
Okay, so that's-
that was a signed school, had a reschedule, and so they're going to play their games at home here on Friday.
Is that a turf field up at Cheyenne? Where do they play?
Cheyenne has a field right at their high school.
Oh, they do, huh?
Complex.
Natural
it's
turf.
Not it's natural. It's a natural field, but they do a pretty nice job of taking care of all that right there. They have really nice facilities up there, so that's a pretty nice field to play on.
Well, Coach, I know we've got some rain going on out here out front, and you walked in the rain, I think, too. But hopefully Thursday you can get against St. Mary's out at John Randall, and we'll see how things go.
Well, that's what we're hoping. If we couldn't play tomorrow, that wouldn't be ideal, but it would be okay. We really would like to get these conference games
Oh,
in.
you got to get those in.
Friday,
As soon as you
Saturday.
can.
Saturday we're supposed to go to Horace, turn around and go back to Horace on Saturday. So if nothing else, the weather looks like it's really going to turn nice next week, and we're on kind of a major league schedule right now where we're going to be playing 4 or 5 days a week. So
And hopefully when you play double headers, usually the first one is the counter, and
Correct.
the second one is a 5-inning game usually, and that's a non-counter.
correct. In all the league games, the first game is the counter,
Yep.
and the second game is a non-counter. So it gives us a great chance to get everybody some innings,
Yep.
get a chance to look at everybody early in the season. So when I say early, it's early for us playing. It's not really early in the season.
Yeah,
but
we're halfway through, should be, but we've only got a few weeks left here before. And by the way, the EDC tournament is being held here at Waterstad Stadium at John Randall Field.
that's correct. We're hosting the tournament
Yeah.
this year, which is always exciting. It's nice to get to stay
Yeah.
in your own sleep in your own bed and just be able to play at your home field.
Yep.
So.
Very
Which is great because we haven't had much opportunity to play at our home field yet. So
No,
it'd be
yeah,
nice to
last
end
year.
the season that way.
How many games at home did you have last year? Not very many.
No, I think maybe 4.
Four?
Yep, 4 games at home
That's
last
what
year.
I was thinking too, was 4.
4 or
so-
5 maybe. Yeah.
Yep. All right, Andrew, you got anything else there? B-Dub, you got anything for Coach?
No.
Okay. I think I turned you on.
I think I'm on. There we go.
There you are. Andrew, you got anything else?
Yeah, I just I'm really excited for this group. We came into our stride last year at the right time. We were able to finish strong in that 5th place spot and go up and take it to Red River in the first round of the EDC tournament last year.
That's right.
Battled our way into the championship game for the first time in a long time, and made state. And I think that was just something that has really pushed us, has motivated us to try to get back to that spot again this year. And I think that this group just has a really great opportunity to seize that. In my mind, we should be a favorite in the state this year, and I'm looking forward to these guys performing that way.
It's a great team to watch there, folks. If you haven't seen them yet, get out there and see the Huskies play.
Absolutely.
Coach
Thank you.
Andrew Lundstetter joining us here on the Giants Coaches Show. We're going to take a break. I haven't seen Jack walk in. Is Jack Heidemann
I thought
here?
I saw him, man.
Okay, so there he is. We're going to have Jack Heidemann up next here, Cowboys baseball coach. Thanks again, Andrew.
Yeah, you bet. Thank you, guys.
All right, we'll be right back after these messages right here on Three Borders Sports Network. Have you ever considered chiropractic for your family? Dr. Andrea and the staff at Hornstein Family Chiropractic love to see families. With 16 years of experience seeing brand new babies, pregnant women, toddlers, teens, athletes, she cares for your family like it's her family. Join Hornstein Family Chiropractic at 715 Dakota Avenue in Wahpeton, and we will help your family grow up healthy. Call 701-672-1300 for the next soonest available appointment, because at Hornstein Family Chiropractic is a family affair.
Thank you, Andrea.
At OSPTI, our focus is on each individual's therapy needs, whether it be for speech, occupational, or physical therapy services. I'm Becky, a physical therapist at OSPTI, and I love being able to provide that personal care to each person that we see with clinics in Breckenridge, Hankinson, and Fergus Falls. You don't have to travel very far from home. From infants to athletes to adults, you can request OSPTI to meet your therapy goals.
Insurance is an important safety net for your family, your home, and your business. Carlson Family Insurance Agency is your local auto owner's insurance provider. At Carlson Family Insurance, they work for their clients, not the companies. Customer service and satisfaction is their #1 goal. Give Carlson Family Insurance a call for all of your personal, farm, business, and crop insurance needs. 701-672-6002 or at cfiagency.com. Carlson Family Insurance, your auto owner's insurance agent.
A local insurance team ready to serve you. American Family Insurance, Miller & Associates, providing home, auto, life, farm, and business insurance. As residents of your community, they understand how important it is to be there for you, their trusted friends and neighbors. Together, they're building strong partnerships that help everyone succeed. American Family Insurance, Miller & Associates, a proud supporter of high school athletics.
And we hope to see you at American Family Insurance, Miller Associates.
A local
All right, welcome back to the Giants Coaches Show, powered by Red River Communications and brought to you by the City Brew here. And the City Brew and Hannah and the crew here have live music tomorrow night. There, BW, you can come out here and shake a leg.
I'm going to be busy tomorrow night, unfortunately. Well, fortunately, I'm going to be busy tomorrow night.
Yeah.
We got a little setup too tomorrow night.
Yeah, we'll talk about that here in a little bit too. But Joe Linder will be here live, so there'll be some live music here at the City Brew. And then on May 2nd is Friends Trivia Night, so they've got some fun things going on here at the City Brew. And we want to thank all of our sponsors here. You've seen some of their commercials, but they're very, very loyal to us. Hornstein Family Chiropractic, Miller & Associates, Thrivent Financial, Will Ulick, Farmers Union Insurance, and Kyle DeVries, OSPTI. And we got a couple of new ones this year, Smith Motors of Wahpeton and also Studio 22. We got more that I'm going to go through, but we've got an important guest off to my left, so we'll introduce our rookie. We have a rookie here.
Call him a rook.
Yeah, we will. Welcome aboard, Jack Heidemann.
Thanks, Joe. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we appreciate you coming in. And, your dad's been on here on the air with us several times, but your first year as head coach of the Cowboys baseball squad.
Yep, that's right. Taking over for the first time for the high school season here, so looking forward to it. Should be a good one, hopefully.
I think it'll be fine. You started out the year well. We'll talk about it, about the game with Ortonville here in a little bit, but let's just talk about you for a second, then we'll talk about the team. And then as far as your experience here, you were a Cowboy baseball player, as other sports too as well.
Yep, that's right.
And then after high school, what'd you do?
So after high school, I went up to Concordia College in Moorhead, where I got my education degree. I played baseball up there for 4 years as well. And then right when I graduated, it was right back to Breck the next year teaching. So I didn't stray far for very long, and I was right back.
They were right back here. And then as far as the baseball side of things here, in your coaching career, you helped out your dad on the baseball squad too, also in Legion too as well.
Yep, so when I was up at school, I would come home for the summers, and a couple of those years I either assisted him with the Legion program or I was coaching Junior Legion when we had some of those teams back then. And then when I came back, obviously, to teach in Breck, which this is my 5th year teaching, so I was his assistant.
Already.
Yeah,
Wow.
I know, it goes fast, doesn't it? But I was his assistant then on the varsity for the last 4 years before taking over now.
Okay, so 4 years as an assistant on the varsity squad, and now you've got the head job, and Dad's stepping off into the sunset there to take care of the Bucks, I think.
Yeah, he'll do that, spend a little more time at the lake, so he's had a long run of it. He'll be some much earned free time for him.
Congratulations, Kevin. Good for you. All right, let's continue on here then, Jack, and let's talk about the roster a little bit. You got one guy I know, Dallin Ernst, that's not available to you this year. Have you got any other injuries?
Yeah, we got a couple actually. It's been a little bit unfortunate. So Dallin, obviously, after football, had the shoulder surgery. He missed basketball, and he's going to miss baseball as well. And then the unfortunate one was Cam. I mean, had a a little bit
that's
of
right.
he was banged up in the fall a little bit,
right.
but still played most games and had a great basketball season. And then slipped on some ice the week before our first practice. Like I think ruptured a tendon or something in his ankle, so he's basically out for the duration of the spring season.
Oh, no.
So, I mean, obviously Cam, he's kind of leads us offensively and defensively, so that was a tough pill to swallow when I got that news. I thought he was kidding when he told me. But, I mean, he's still at practice every day, still getting kind of whatever reps he can get in, but he can't run or anything. So that was a tough one.
Wow. Is he hoping to get back maybe by tournament time even?
Maybe, but
It's a
with this
question mark,
year,
huh?
just kind of everything being so condensed, that's unlikely.
Yeah.
I think just talking to him, I was hoping it would be, but it doesn't sound good. But he should be a go for Legion once we get going there.
Oh, that's good. And then are you going to coach Legion too?
I am, yep.
Are
So
you?
this year
Okay.
I'll be coaching Legion as well. So
All right, so
doing
following
both.
Dad's steps all
I
the
guess
way
so,
through.
yeah.
Attaboy.
Keep me busy.
All right, so I believe you have a young squad this year. Am I correct?
You are very correct.
Okay,
yeah,
so let's talk about
we
the
are
guys a
young.
little bit.
So we got 3 seniors, not including Cam and Dallin. So the 3 are Alex Sanchez, Joey Conzemias, and Zane Mickelson. So luckily those guys have been in the varsity or Legion baseball team for a couple of years now, so they at least have some experience to lead our younger crew because we got no juniors, which means
really?
other than those 3, I mean, we're all sophomores and freshmen. So, I mean, our sophomores are Trey, who had a little bit of varsity time last year, and Caleb, who saw just a little bit as well. But then you got Logan Church and Jacob Nicholson, Brecken Anderson, Chris Monday. So then you got kind of those crew of guys who haven't really had any varsity innings at all.
Yeah.
And then for our freshmen, we got Riggs, Jackson Riggs, who thankfully
sure.
he had a full Legion season and high school. So he was an 8th grader last year, but as a freshman, he's kind of one of our veterans on the team now. And then along with him, we have Cooper Roberts, Lawson Elephant, and Gavin Hoffert, who all those 3 guys have been playing innings for us so far, and they'll just continue to play more as the year goes on. But they are, I mean, making their varsity debuts this year. So
That's. I mean, you said a lot of names, obviously, that we recognize too, and you mentioned some guys there that are offensively and defensively should do well for you, I believe.
No, we should. And you know what? It's a little bit of a small cast, and like we said, we're young and inexperienced, but it's a great opportunity for these young kids to really get a lot of innings in, especially early in their career, because most kids don't get that at the varsity level till they're a junior or even a senior. So, with challenge comes opportunity for those kids, which is good. But a lot of them, I mean, they can play a lot of places. So it's still early kind of setting the lineup, and some changes will probably be made as we go. But it's nice to have flexibility for those kids to be able to play a lot of different positions, which I think they can.
Yeah, I think it'll be good too. All right, so you've already been able to. First of all, before we get to the game at Ortonville, where you been practicing? Inside the high school gym?
Yeah, we've been inside the gym most days. We had one practice outside last week on Monday before our Tuesday game, and that was our first time outside. And then the latter half of last week, it was raining and stuff, so we had to be back in. And then we were outside yesterday and a little bit today. So we've had about 3 outside practices, excuse me.
So you were outside today?
We were, yep. It was windy and cold. But
are you on the JV field over there then?
Yeah, our varsity field's under repair, basically. They did all that work on it last fall.
Yep.
So we're off that for probably another couple weeks, a month, which makes things difficult. So we're practicing on the JV field, which isn't ideal. It's a skin field, but
it's
beats
something.
being inside.
Yeah,
That's for sure.
I was going to say, the boys probably got to enjoy going outside.
Yeah,
and being a
and
part of
yesterday
that.
was beautiful.
Yep.
It was great. Today, not so much. But
Yep. All right, so let's go back now. And our first game was against Ortonville, down in Ortonville. You traveled down there, and you came away with a nice win.
We did.
Congratulations to you and the boys.
That was
your
great.
first win.
It was, yeah. It's good to start off on a good note there.
Yeah.
So, and especially not having been outside. I mean, we practiced a little bit outside that Monday. Had like half the JV field, the other half was wet. So it was our first time really seeing like fly balls off the bat and stuff like that. But I mean, it was not a clean, polished game, but we did enough, and we did enough right things. And I mean, there's a couple errors here and there, but we honestly played pretty good for the most part. So Jackson Riggs started for us. He threw 2 innings, and he struggled to find the strike zone, but he's kept us in it. You know what I mean? So he did struggle with command a little bit, but did enough to keep us in the game there. And then Trey came in the 3rd inning, and he actually finished the game for us. So he threw 5 innings for us, had 8 strikeouts, I think 2 earned runs. So he did a really good job through strikes, kept his pitch count really low. So Trey did a fantastic job for his first outing of the year, first time throwing off a mound, coming in there, doing a great job. And then offensively, I mean, it was the top half of order did an awesome job. Joey Conzemias had a couple hits, scored 3 runs. Trey again, offensively looked great, had 2 or 3 hits. 2 extra base hits, stole a couple bases, had a couple RBIs for us. And then some of the young guys, Cooper and Caleb, had a couple hits as well. Alex Sanchez stole a few bases for us by getting on with a walk and a hit by pitch. So we did enough to win. There's a couple errors and mistakes that we need to clean up on, but with the inexperienced team, I mean, that's to be expected. So, I mean, overall, it was a good win for us, and it's never easy to win a close game.
7-6, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a one-run game going to the 7th inning, so those are always tough, especially with a young team.
Yeah.
Anytime you can win a baseball game like that, I'll be happy.
That was awesome. So that had to be a pretty good feeling for you
It
and
was.
the team.
Yeah,
so,
we loved that.
That had to be a pretty good feeling. And you were up here. You played out at the airport field. You mentioned that your field right now is under repair, if you will. And so your home games, I think, for high school are going to be out here at the airport. Is that correct?
Yeah, as long as it's available, we'd like to play at the airport as much as Freddie can make that work. So I'm sure that's been a pain for him. Otherwise, we've had to flip games and take it on the road. So we play Hawley tomorrow, and that was supposed to be home. So now we're traveling to Hawley.
gotta go up there.
Next week we're supposed to play DGF on a Thursday. I don't know. We're either going there or we're going to head to the airport. So that's going to make things a little bit more challenging when you can't play in your own field. But it is what it is. It beats not playing.
You know, you grew up. You know, you and your brothers, you all grew up on Cowboy Field, so it'd be nice to be able to go back there and coach one, wouldn't it?
I know.
You personally.
I'm hoping this year we can make it on that field. Legion for sure.
Yep.
And who knows, I mean, with the weather and things like that, because there's still a little bit of work to be done,
Yep.
but it's just the new grass, so however long that takes to get ready.
All right, and then we just talked to Andrew Lundsetter about the Wahpeton game. You guys played the annual Breck Wap game, and it was played out at the airport, and it was a tough loss for the guys, and just one of those things.
I mean,
they didn't.
Yeah, it was, but I mean, they're a super good team. They're a great team, and we're a young team, and they have a ton of experience, and we hardly have any. So, I mean, they did a great job, and they didn't make any mistakes. When we did, they capitalized on it, and so. I mean, for us, it's just that's kind of where you want to get to. It's a team like that. And so, you know, you learn from your mistakes and take your licks. And so hopefully just as the year goes on, some of those mental mistakes were just a little bit slow and a few too many of those. But as the year goes on, I hope we can just clean that up and then get to a point to where we're playing a good brand of baseball.
Awesome. So what'd you say next week now? You got DGF possibly? And
next week is going to be.
Anything else this week?
So, tomorrow,
remind me again.
Doubleheader at Hawley.
Oh, yeah, that's
So we
right.
go to
At
Hawley. And next week's going to be a tough slate for us. We have Tuesday we go to Perham for a doubleheader, and then Thursday we play DGF. I'm not sure where yet, but another doubleheader. So two of the better teams in our conference from year to year. So that's going to be a tough week for us, but hopefully we can sneak one or two out.
Well, if we get a few more events here this rest of this week, I'll bring Brian back into the conversation. We get a few more events going the rest of this week. We're scheduled to have a show next week too,
Awesome.
so we'll get you on again.
Yeah, I look forward to it.
Yeah, you did a nice job. Welcome back. We'll have you back.
Well, yeah, thank you guys. I appreciate it.
You know, you can't top Larry Lash. He's standing in the wings here, but
No,
you can't top Larry Lash. But you did a darn good job there, bud.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Takes after his old man.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Maybe we can get him up in the booth like we did his
Yeah, we
dad.
should.
So.
I don't know about that one.
You help with football, though, too, don't you?
Not anymore. I
Don't
did my
you?
first
Well, there
couple
we
years,
go.
but then with basketball and I picked up basketball instead of football, and so that's my one time in the year. I like to go hunting a little bit.
That's
not
true.
Quite
Yes,
be in the
Heidemann boys like to go
coaching box
hunting
as much. So.
That is true. The Heidemann boys like to go
Well,
hunting.
we might put him to work.
We could.
Well, hey, phone call away.
There we go,
buddy.
There we go.
Well, now I got your number. I'm going to keep it. So, all right, we'll let you go, Jack. Again,
right.
nice job, buddy, and congratulations here on your first win as a high school coach, and many more to come, I'm sure.
I hope so. Thanks, guys.
All right, Jack Heidemann joining us here on the Giants Coaches Show. We'll be right back with Larry Lash coming up next.
At Smith Motors in Wahpeton, we take great pride in delivering the perfect vehicle to match your lifestyle and budget. Like the eye-catching Chevy Equinox, the rugged, hard-working GMC Sierra. Since 1960, Smith Motors has provided an excellent automotive experience. From low-pressure sales to high-quality service, our customers come first. Know what you want and it's not on our lot? Let Smith Motors find it for you. Smith Motors, small-town friendly, big-town deals.
Getting you back to what you love. We are Optimum Rehab. For over a decade, Dr. Tony Eggeman has provided physical therapy services for the people of Wahpeton, Breckenridge, and surrounding communities. We're a small practice that sees our patients as individuals. Through hands-on techniques, our patients have their treatment plans tailored to their exact needs. Sprains, sore muscles, back pain, achy joints, rehab following surgery, you name it. Optimum Rehab is your answer. When you need exceptional physical therapy, you need Optimum Rehab.
Red River Human Services Foundation provides services to people with disabilities, which enhances their quality of lives and enable them to live, work, and develop relationships in their communities. Red River Human Services Foundation has multiple direct support professional positions available in their Wahpeton, Fargo, and West Fargo locations. Job opportunities include flexible scheduling, competitive wages, on-site paid training, and life experience. Voted #1 place to work for the past 5 years, join their team and apply online at www.rrhsf.org. Red River Human Services Foundation supports all local area sports activities and wishes everyone the best of luck.
Every business begins with an idea. With dedication, hard work, and high-speed broadband, that idea can grow into something giant. The member organizations that form BAND are proud to support North Dakota businesses every step of the way, from the soil to the stadium. The Broadband Association of North Dakota, helping North Dakotans grow bright ideas into big business.
Your business depends on technology. Digital Guru provides professional IT solutions you can trust to keep it moving forward. From redesigning existing systems to brand new builds, we offer your business managed IT services, including backups, cybersecurity, cloud services, remote desk support, and more. And don't forget, we also provide audio, video, security camera, and door access control installation. Focus on what you do best and leave the technology to the professionals. Contact Digital Guru today.
Thrivent and Will Ulick provides clarity for where you are today, confidence for where you go tomorrow. At Thrivent, Will Ulick can help you address a variety of complex subjects to meet your unique wealth management needs, from retirement planning to investment management and estate planning. Thrivent, what are you invested in? Thrive with purpose.
Washing your car just got a whole lot cheaper. With All Seasons Car Wash Unlimited plans, you can wash your car whenever you want for as little as $33 a month. You can even wash your pet at All Seasons Car Wash. So this fall, keep your vehicle and your pet clean. Conveniently located at 1300 4th Avenue South next to Tractor Supply Company in Wahpeton. To enroll in an unlimited car wash plan, please visit allseasonscw.com.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Giants Coaches Show here on Three Borders Sports Network. I'm Joe Schreiner, Brian Watson off to my right, camera left. And we're powered by Red River Communications, and we are brought to you by the City Brew here, high above the bar area. Some folks down there having some beverages, let's say, and their favorite food items here at the City Brew Hall. We've got some wings and some cheese curds and pretzel over there.
They're pretty good, too.
I seen you go over there in the commercial break.
I had to get it when I could, you know.
Well, Larry Lash had some, too, I think. He was over there. Yeah. So, yeah, the City Brew's got live music tomorrow night here, Larry. If you want to come over here and shake a leg, you can come out here, and Joe Linder is going to be playing live tomorrow night.
All right, can we jitterbug?
Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
Jitterbug. I don't even know what's going on right now.
You can do the sprinkler. You can do whatever you want, Larry.
Is it a comedy show?
You guys are dating yourself.
All right, and then May 2nd, they've got Friends Trivia here at the establishment here, so it's a pretty good activity of things going on here at the City Brew Hall. I want to thank some more of our sponsors here, Get Essentia Health, Gripper Sports, Tyler and Wayne down on Dakota Avenue there. All your favorite team sports apparel. Red River Human Services, Three Rivers Crisis Center, Red River Communications, Digital Guru, Wahpeton Daily News, All Seasons Car Wash, and Optimum Rehab. One of the best car washes in town, All Seasons Car Wash.
That is where I go.
And right now we're joined by the track coach from the Wahpeton Husky squad. That's Larry Lash sitting over here. We were giving him a hard time earlier. And Larry, welcome aboard here, and welcome to our first spring season coaches show.
Absolutely, and thanks for covering the track meet the other
night.
You guys were up there. Is it like calling a horse race?
It was. And thank goodness we had heat sheets. Jake, I think, is his name.
Yes, Jake Groen from Fergus.
Man,
Breckenridge native.
He's right on top of her.
He's good. He's good.
We sure appreciate him. He gave us heat sheets to start with. And,
yeah, it was good.
And the results, I mean, within, a minute, I bet you we had results.
Yeah. It was nice. It's nice to kind of have everything there, because I know the first time that we did, we were like, well, how are we going to do this? We don't know who's who. And So yeah, it makes it really easy for us. So, we
So I
appreciate
tried to call everybody's name that was starting in different heats, and
That was nice. It was good.
So,
It's
that's
good
good.
to get the coverage.
Appreciate-
Track and field
appreciate the comment.
sometimes goes under the radar, but you guys brought it right up to the top.
Well,
wow,
I
thank
think
you.
that's why we ended up we opted to do the track meet. There was another event going on, although the other event not as easy to cover,
right?
As far as having enough power and things like that playing out at the airport. So we opted to do the track meet again. We've done that the last couple of years, and we like doing it. So, and it happened to be a pretty big track meet too.
It was the biggest. It was the O.J. Jensen Kiwanis track meet, and typically we get between 8 and 12 teams. And this year with the weather, it was the first outdoor track meet for many of the teams. There was 18 teams there total, and for a lot of them, it was their first taste of outdoor track, and for the rest of us, it was the second track meet. So it was.
That was pretty wild to see 18 or 19 teams down there, and the weather was a little chilly with the breeze, but other than that, it wasn't too bad.
You know, for North Dakota, the minimal wind we had, not one person complained about that weather that night.
Yeah,
I mean,
they were just all happy to be out.
Just happy to be outside, and it wasn't raining, and they weren't completely, bundled up. So it was a really nice night for the runners.
It really, for runners, it was very
yeah.
nice. Yep. All right, Larry, let's go back here. Let's rewind a little bit here. You started out the season here, 2023. You had a couple of indoor meets, and then now you've been able to be outside. But how many meets have you run so far?
We had 4 indoor meets on the schedule, and 2 of them we couldn't get to because the roads were closed around town. The meets went on, but just in this part of the area.
Yeah.
Then we got invited to a 3rd indoor meet, which was really nice by Drayton Valley, Edinburgh, and that's my old town, Drayton. And my old track coach thought of us down here, knew we were looking for a meet, and he invited us up there. And it was a nice meet. It was an 8-team meet, and our boys ended up getting first place there.
How about that?
It was a nice duel against
Yeah, I saw
Hillsborough,
that.
a very good quality Class B program. And the girls ended up getting second place in that meet. So it was a nice trip for a Saturday afternoon to go up there.
And that wasn't your first indoor, though. That was like
No.
a second or third.
We had
wasn't it?
2 meets prior to that at Concordia, but
Yep.
there was a 2-week layoff without competition.
Yeah, so it was good to get the kids out there and,
It was,
and at
yeah.
least get running.
And I got to give credit to these kids.
Yeah, go
I mean,
ahead.
we
Absolutely.
spent so much time in the gym. We couldn't get outside. In fact, today was the first time I sent a message out that we're going to meet at the track for track practice.
Wow.
First time all year.
Wow.
We just set the track up last Monday. So, I mean, those kids were in the gyms. And some of the kids, we bundled up, went outside on a few days. But then to go to a track meet and just compete like they did at all 3 of our indoor meets, just hats off to just their attitude and effort. And, I tell them, great things happen when preparation meets opportunity. And you just don't know when you get to the opportunities, and they've really taken advantage.
So what do you do when you've got indoor practice only and you've got javelin throwers, you've got shot putters, you've got discus throwers? I mean, do they just go through their forms and their steps?
Yep, the shot put and discus, Coach David Woods does a great job with them. A lot of footwork.
Okay.
I tell the kids, indoor track, you don't have to get exhausted physically. Just work on your form, your technique, running form, knees up. We got some harnesses the kids put on. Somebody stands behind them, hold,
sure.
So they just drive their arms, drive
Sure.
their knees. And it does pay off for the throwers. It pays off for the sprinters. It's the middle distance and distance kids that, they're the ones that suffer the most from not being able to, get outside and get a good workout in.
So we're not going to talk about 5 different track meets, Larry, but
Sure.
you've got some qualifiers already for state.
We
so
do,
you've had some success here.
We were able to get to Fergus Falls for an early meet, and our boys 4x1 relay. We have some good sprinters back from last year. Senior Bo Arnstein.
Bo, yeah.
He's back, and then the team that went to state was him, sophomore Trayton Mauk, sophomore Jackson DeVries. And then we lost one to graduation, so we had to fill a spot, and senior Jacob Burnt stepped in there. And the qualifying mark was it 44.78, and they ran a 44.74. So
Wow, so they made her?
just barely under. Whatever
Wow.
it was, they made it by a couple tenths of a second, but that was really good for the first
I was
meet.
just going to say that's still a good time for a 400. That's an 11-second average. A little over.
Yep, they ran really well. So that was nice. They nailed their handoffs with just one day of practice on the track to work on handoffs and exchanges. So that was nice. And at that same meet, Scout Woods, she was our placer in the discus and shot put last year, and she didn't skip a beat. She got there and she qualified for state in both the shot put and the discus. Ended up winning both events. And then the next track meet, the one we had here, the great big track meet, Ethan Manock won the discus, and there was some good competition in that discus. There were some kids from Kindred that'll be state champs.
Oh, wow.
And he ended up beating one of them. So he won the discus and qualified in that. Scout got the outstanding female field event athlete in the meet. She won both the shot put and the discus.
Okay.
Improved her throws from the previous outdoor meet at Fergus. And she, too, I mean, there was some good quality kids at that track meet. So for her to come out on top of the heap, it wasn't like a given. She had to work for it. And then our senior, Andrew Watuski, he's the one kid we had no place to pole vault. No place to pole vault this spring.
Oh, I suppose.
And the only time he got to vault was at our indoor meets. Everything else, he has some training tools he made up, and he does some upside down stuff in the weight room. And it looks like medieval torture chamber, but yeah, he cleared 12.6 at our meet here the other night, and 12.6 is qualifying.
That's awesome.
So that was fantastic that he was able to.
That is awesome.
He went to state last year and he placed as well. So get that monkey off your back and qualify right away. So really excited for all those kids, Scout and Ethan. Ethan didn't throw the javelin on Monday. He'll get that going here. Just hasn't had a chance to practice with it. Didn't feel comfortable. So.
All right. So you've got Ethan. You've got the relay team.
Yep. And Scout. Right now.
So that's
a couple other surprises. Reagan Wohlers, the senior, she last year she didn't join track and she regretted it, and she said, I want to join this year. And I know she's fast, but she's been kind of hampered by a sore quad, so we've just kind of been keep her healthy, and we could maybe use her speed later on this season.
Mm-hmm.
And she goes, but coach, I'm just so competitive, I got to do something. So she's been pole vaulting, and actually she's been placing every single track meet in the pole vault.
Wow.
So doing really well there. And then she picked up a javelin for the first time. First time picking it up. One night, Coach Brewer's out there, our javelin coach. And he goes, I think she can do this. She goes to a track meet, and it was that great big track meet we had. And she ends up throwing it 102 feet. Like her first attempt.
Wow.
And 109's qualifying.
109's qualifying.
Yeah,
she was 7 feet off in her first time.
First time, and
wow.
She placed third. Third out of the whole, 40-some throwers, and she's third place.
Good for her.
So that's exciting.
Yeah.
And there's a kid that just wants to compete. Just give me something to do, coach, and I'll do it.
Yep.
So that's really nice. You got to have those kids.
Yeah, and I think you'd mentioned, too, before we went on air about JD.
Yeah, JD Gomez, another kid last year. 2 years ago, he came out for track. Ton of potential. Last year, he decided to do more basketball in the spring and put track on the back burner. And this year, he said, Coach, can I come back out for track? And it was even late in the season. And he goes to the Fergus Falls meet, and he runs the 300-meter hurdles. And the last time he ran them, he probably ran 50 seconds and ends up running like a 44, 45-second race.
Wow.
Ended up placing first.
Clipping her down.
Yeah, so I mean, it's just exciting there.
Good for him.
Jackson DeVries was like just a pure sprinter last year. I mean, anything over a 200 was like a marathon for him. He's won the 400-meter dash now.
Oh, is he?
One of our track
I didn't
meets.
notice that.
Oh, yeah, he's been so now I got Bo and Trayton and Jackson can all place in the 100. And Bo's going to place in the 200 all the time, and so is Trayton. Now I got Jackson DeVries placing in the 400. I got a couple of foreign exchange kids, Don from the Netherlands and Jonas from Norway, and they're not afraid to run the 800 and a mile. Noah Berge runs those races.
Mm-hmm.
It might be the first time in a long time that I can put kids in the 100 all the way up to the 2 mile and all the field events with the potential for a place winner. So it's really nice. It's
That's
been
good.
fun. Yeah.
I'm sorry about that.
That's all right. On the girls' side, Jada Fobb missed qualifying in the 400 by just 0.04 of a second.
The other night?
It's the other night, yeah.
Oh, man.
So 61.74 is qualifying. She ran a 61.78.
Oh, man.
You guys could have elbowed that timer,
Yeah, we should have.
Can you click 400?
I was watching her on the screen over here, so yeah.
No, so she's doing fantastic. This is her first year now that she's been completely healthy for track and field. She high jumps. She runs a 400 to 200. I could probably plug her in any relay from the 4x1 up to the 4x8.
Sure.
And she's doing a fantastic job. So it's just a matter of one more track meet, and she'll have that 400 qualified, probably the 200.
Awesome. So what do you got coming up?
We are going to the Fargo Shanley Invitational on Friday afternoon.
This coming Friday.
Yeah. It's supposed to
Fingers
be
crossed.
50 degrees and windy and rainy. But
oh, man.
Hey, looking ahead, though, next week I saw the long-term forecast. We're going to hit the 60s and maybe even 70s next week. So
you got some more scheduled next week anyway, a couple
Absolutely.
of them, I suppose.
Yeah. So we have lots of meets here on the schedule. I think we got 6 or 7 before EDC.
Okay.
So the kids just got to keep plugging away and I think we'll be all right.
All right. I think you're going to do all right, too. All right, Coach, you got anything beat up?
No, just for Coach Lass to keep that triple jumper in line that they have. So just keep her in line. That's
you know,
it.
the kids, the girls too, man. They're filling the events. I got some girls this year that aren't afraid to run the 2 mile. I mean, I always tell the kids, I got like 17 sprinters, and I can only run so many track meets. I said, hey, there's room in the 2 mile, and a couple kids accepted that challenge this year. So
more power to them.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
It's a good group. We have, I think, 30 girls out and 20 boys, and there's not dead weight on the team. Everybody's out there trying to get better, working on their personal bests, and you got your state qualifiers and you got your kids just learning.
Sure. Is that high numbers for you?
The girls' number has been about average. The boys maybe down a little bit from last year.
Okay.
But not bad. I mean, 50 kids, we're always struggling with a bus and a van. If we get a few more, we need 2 buses.
Yeah.
So.
Gotcha. All right. We'll let you go, Larry. Good luck, and hopefully things pan out for you on Friday at Chandler.
All right.
All right,
I think
Larry
they will.
Lash.
Thank you.
The Wahpeton boys and girls track coach, and we got Amanda Lundsetter waiting out there in the wings. I see her. I see Michael McCall also out there, and Eric Erlinson will be here in a little bit too. So, Larry, thanks again.
Thank you.
All right, we'll be right back with Amanda Lundsetter right after this, right here on Three Borders Sports Network.
Studio 22 Designs, located at 904 16th Avenue North in Wahpeton, offering boutique retail and custom photography, specializing in senior sessions, newborn, children, family, and professional headshots. With over 10 years of professional photography experience, Studio 22 Designs provides high-quality, creative photography that you will cherish for years to come. Studio 22 Designs boutique retail and custom photography. Book your session today, 701-430-1024.
Sometimes it's tough being a dad. Kids grow up fast. Hey, girls. Oh, love it.
Dad, what are you doing?
I'm TikToking.
Is he serious?
Don't even want me around anymore. You know when I first started noticing it? When I stopped getting hugs. Hugs mean a lot to a dad. So, with Command IQ, I found a way to get the hugs back. Watch.
Dad, the Wi-Fi is down.
Oh, let me see if I can fix it.
It's back. Thanks, Dad. You're the best.
With Command IQ, you can bring the hugs back.
At Smith Motors in Wahpeton, we take great pride in delivering the perfect vehicle to match your lifestyle and budget. Like the eye-catching Chevy Equinox, the rugged, hard-working GMC Sierra. Since 1960, Smith Motors has provided an excellent automotive experience. From low-pressure sales to high-quality service, our customers come first. Know what you want and it's not on our lot? Let Smith Motors find it for you. Smith Motors, small-town friendly, big-town deals.
In this place, we see potential like nowhere else. Here, vision is boundless. That's why we never settle. We look for the moments when everything becomes possible. The moments that inspire us to make every day better. In this place, there's no such thing as good. There's only great. This is orthopedics and sports medicine like nowhere else.
Three Rivers Crisis Center is offering support to survivors of domestic violence, sexual violence, and child abuse in Richland County for now over 25 years. It's free and strictly confidential. 24/7 access to support and resources including counseling. Get help, identify abuse, plan for safety, support others, and get involved. Three Rivers Crisis Center's 24-hour crisis line is 701-642-2115.
Every business begins with an idea. With dedication, hard work, and high-speed broadband, that idea can grow into something giant. The member organizations that form BAND are proud to support North Dakota businesses every step of the way, from the soil to the stadium. The Broadband Association of North Dakota, helping North Dakotans grow bright ideas into big business.
Getting you back to what you love. We are Optimum Rehab. For over a decade, Dr. Tony Egeman has provided physical therapy services for the people of Wahpeton, Breckenridge, and surrounding communities. We're a small practice that sees our patients as individuals. Through hands-on techniques, Our patients have their treatment plans tailored to their exact needs. Sprains, sore muscles, back pain, achy joints, rehab following surgery, you name it. Optimum Rehab is your answer. When you need exceptional physical therapy, you need Optimum Rehab.
Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome once again to Three Borders Sports Network. You're watching the Giants Coaches Show, powered by Red River Communications and brought to you by the City Brew here on 2nd Avenue and 4th Street in downtown Wahpeton. We're high above the bar area, and the restaurant folks are seated down there having their favorite beverage and some good food down there. Don't forget, tomorrow night here at the City Brew, Hannah and the crew have Joe Linder, live music tomorrow night at 7 p.m. It's free. Come on in and enjoy. And then on May 2nd, the Friends Trivia here at the City Brew. So, again, welcome to everybody. And we're going to welcome Amanda Lundsetter.
Hi.
Back, and you're back. So we appreciate you coming back. You were here last fall, and now we're into the girls' season.
Yeah.
So it's been the theme of everybody coming up here so far tonight, Amanda. But it's been a tough season for you, too. You haven't had any outdoor matches yet, have you?
Nothing outdoor yet. We had our first match on Tuesday against Davies indoors at Courts Plus in Fargo. Transitioning from a glossed floor gym into an actual court surface that has that hard textured surface is definitely, it takes quick adaptive skills, and we're a very young team this year. I have a very good group of middle schoolers coming up. So for them, it was their first experience, but obviously it was a very quick learning experience for them. I think they did really well.
Yeah, let's talk about the roster a little bit there. You know, your age and everything. Yeah. How many seniors, juniors you got?
We have 3 seniors this year. We have Kyrie Lucina, Lily Anderson, and Liz Cummings. And they've been leading our girls very well this season. Mm-hmm. Kyrie was bringing them to the weight room. Liz has been working with the girls all year long. She never set down her racket. And Lily's been really supportive, helping these younger girls feel welcome and tutoring them as well when she can. All our girls are so involved in everything that half the issue right now is just pinning them down as they're involved in drama and speech and archery and all of these things, which I'm proud of, and I'm happy that they are in. But because of all the delays and the snow days, it really caught up to us. And by the time that it required 9 practices were due, majority of the team didn't have any. So we had pushbacks on that, and we had pushbacks on the weather. The courts were looking like we should have been a snowshoe team more than a tennis team, and then it looked like we should have joined swimming thereafter. So I'm happy, though. After talking to some of the other coaches, it sounds like we have the clearest courts in the state right now.
Oh, wow.
They're just the way they were designed. They did clear faster than most others, but that's why we're indoors on Tuesdays, because Davies courts weren't ready yet. So
yeah, that can't be easy there. Just like you said, going from the gloss floor in the gym to an indoor court, and the texture and everything. The ball comes off different, I'm sure.
100%. It doesn't seem to come up on the gym floor, and then too with the walls, the proximity of the walls and stuff, that gets to be difficult too. I was very proud of the varsity because they transitioned obviously very quickly, and while I noticed some things that we needed to work on that I wouldn't have noticed in the gym but did notice on a real court, I can say that I saw some really outstanding things. My 8th grader, Brenna Erdman, did fantastic in her singles. She went into 3rd set, and she beat the girl in the first set 6-2, and I think she lost in the second set 6-1. And she's playing at 3. And I just think that's phenomenal. She lost in the tiebreak, but she's an 8th grader playing at the number 3 spot against probably one of the top 3 teams in the EDC. So another mentionable would be Liz Cummings, who...
There's a familiar name to the tennis world in Wahpeton.
Right. She's been grinding, and she certainly shows it. She played Paige McCormick, from Davies, who's most certainly slotted in as the one of the state.
Wow.
One in the state. She's going to have very few competition, and Liz Liz took it to her.
Good.
2-6 in the first set, so it was a little bit rough, but as soon as she found her groove, it was very competitive at the end, trading
Really?
games back and forth I believe she fell 4-6 in the second set. But to be able to compete with the number one in the state at that level, I think that's huge.
That's not bad at all. So congratulations
and it
to
does,
Liz.
Yeah, it definitely reflects the time and effort she's put in, and I'm very excited to see what she does moving forward. And frankly, what I'm seeing at practice, my seniors have just done a very good job at motivating the team, keeping their spirits up, and putting in all their work. I mean, what can I say? Lily was homecoming queen.
Yep.
And Kyrie was, she did powerlifting. She's a powerlifting champ, and she broke a couple of records there. And those are my 3 captains. I think
There
that's
you go.
phenomenal.
Yeah,
So
that is pretty cool.
I'm pretty excited to see what they have stored in them for the rest of the season, but it's going to be a grind for
Yep.
sure.
Well, what do you got coming up now? So are you going to be able to, I mean, obviously with the weather like this, you can't play in the rain either, but what's on the schedule coming up?
I'm a little concerned, especially with the rain in the forecast for this week.
Yeah.
I told my girls to buckle in. They're probably looking at a Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday week coming up here. So it's going to be a lot of tennis for us, and I know school-wise we're all kind of bearing down on the work that we need
Sure
to get
it
done
is.
so that we're prepared.
We're getting toward the end of that.
Oh, I know. I'm sweating a little bit. I'm not going to lie. So
How many years have you been doing this?
I've been
This is
coaching
your
now.
number what?
This is my 11th year, going on my 12th.
For both boys and girls?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And then
and that's just for Wapaton.
yeah. And then you do the park and rec stuff in the summer
Yep,
as
I'm
well.
the director and coordinator of the Parks and Rec tennis program.
Yeah.
We really watched our numbers triple last year.
Good.
Which was a big deal, and I've been hearing left and right that more kids are going to show up, and I think that's fantastic.
It
I
is.
think it's going to help our program. But I have to attribute that to Liz and Alex and Thaddeus Steinberger and Matt Cummings, because they're my coaches, and
Yeah,
they're
they
the ones
can,
the kids come back to see.
Yeah, I'd see you out there on the tennis court with a bunch of kids just about every day that I was there. So
Yeah.
working hard with those kids. Well, that's good. And then a busy week coming up next week. We're going to try and have the show next Wednesday night as well. So hopefully you can make it there. And,
Yeah, hopefully we'll have some matches under our belt that we can share with you.
there we go. That'll be fun. So I see Rhapsody must have finished her ice cream cones. So
Yep.
she didn't bring us one, Brian. So we'll have to.
We'll dock her next time.
Yeah.
So
She's
we'll
an
make
ice
sure
cream
we know.
fiend, so I don't know if we bought it for you, you would have gotten any.
Oh, it might have been gone by the time she got here. Huh?
Oh, don't lie.
All right, head coach of the Huskies women's tennis team, that is Amanda Lundsetter. Thanks again for coming in, Amanda, here and putting up with us here. one more
Absolutely.
time.
Thanks for having me again. I
All
appreciate
right.
it.
All right, awesome. Amanda Lundsetter. And coming up next, we got Michael McCall. He is the Cowboys track coach coming up next, right here on Three Borders Sports Network. We'll be right back.
Red River Human Services Foundation provides services to people with disabilities, which enhances their quality of lives and enable them to live, work, and develop relationships in their communities. Red River Human Services Foundation has multiple direct support professional positions available in their Wapaton, Fargo, and West Fargo locations. Job opportunities include flexible scheduling, competitive wages, on-site paid training, and life experience. Voted #1 place to work for the past 5 years, join their team and apply online at www.rrhsf.org. Red River Human Services Foundation supports all local area sports activities and wishes everyone the best of luck.
Your business depends on technology. Digital Guru provides professional IT solutions you can trust to keep it moving forward. From redesigning existing systems to brand new builds, we offer your business managed IT services, including backups, cybersecurity, cloud services, remote desk support, and more. And don't forget, we also provide audio, video, security camera, and door access control installation. Focus on what you do best and leave the technology to the professionals. Contact Digital Guru today.
Thrivent and Will Ulick provides clarity for where you are today, confidence for where you go tomorrow. At Thrivent, Will Ulick can help you address a variety of complex subjects to meet your unique wealth management needs, from retirement planning to investment management and estate planning. Thrivent. What are you invested in? Thrive with purpose. Washing your car just got a whole lot cheaper. With All Seasons Car Wash Unlimited plans, you can wash your car whenever you want for as little as $33 a month. You can even wash your pet at All Seasons Car Wash. So this fall, keep your vehicle and your pet clean. Conveniently located at 1300 4th Avenue South next to Tractor Supply Company in Wahpeton. To enroll in an unlimited car wash plan, please visit allseasonscw.com.
Have you ever considered chiropractic for your family? Dr. Andrea and the staff at Hornstein Family Chiropractic love to see families. With 16 years of experience seeing brand new babies, pregnant women, toddlers, teens, athletes, she cares for your family like it's her family. Join Hornstein Family Chiropractic at 715 Dakota Avenue in Wahpeton, and we will help your family grow up healthy. Call 701-672-1300 for the next soonest available appointment, because at Hornstein Family Chiropractic is a family affair.
Thank you, Andrea.
At OSPTI, our focus is on each individual's therapy needs, whether it be for speech, occupational, or physical therapy services. I'm Becky, a physical therapist at OSPTI, and I love being able to provide that personal care to each person that we see with clinics in Breckenridge, Hankinson, and Fergus Falls. You don't have to travel very far from home. From infants to athletes to adults, you can request OSPTI to meet your therapy goals.
Insurance is an important safety net for your family, your home, and your business. Carlson Family Insurance Agency is your local auto owner's insurance provider. At Carlson Family Insurance, they work for their clients, not the companies. Customer service and satisfaction is their #1 goal. Give Carlson Family Insurance a call for all of your personal, farm, business, and crop insurance needs. 701-672-6002 or at cfiagency.com. Carlson Family Insurance, your auto owner's insurance agent.
Welcome back, everybody, to Three Borders Sports Network. You're watching the Giants Culture Show here. We're powered by Red River Communications, and we're brought to you by the City Brew here. Tomorrow night, Joel Linder here with live music, and then on May 2nd, Friends Trivia Night. A lot of good food and tasty beverages as well. They had some margarita specials going on here earlier in the week. I don't know if they're still going on or not, but Hannah and the crew doing a fine job here. And we're joined now here by Cowgirls head track coach Michael McCall in his second year, right?
Yep.
Welcome again.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, last year we had a little different studio here, but now we're at the City Brew, so I appreciate you coming up, Michael, and joining us once again. So, again, the theme of the night, it's our first spring coaches show because just weather has delayed everything. And off air, you'd said you've only had a couple of track meets. So before we get into those, let's just talk about the team itself. What do you got going on there with the girls?
Yeah, so I think just highlighting some of our seniors this year. We only have 4 of them, which is, I think we had 7 or 8 last year. Mm-hmm. So it's not as many, but it's a good group. Ivy Oshak.
Sure.
She does our shot and discus, and she qualified for state last year. So, we're really looking forward to see what she can do this year. Addie Twidwell, also shot and discus. She focuses more on the discus stuff. But Grace Miranowski, another thrower doing shot and discus. She is doing a little bit more running for us. She ran the 100-meter on Monday.
I was just going to say, didn't she run the 400 too, or didn't she? I thought no, she was in the relay, I think. Where did I see her putting in the... I thought I saw her doing the blocks for something else. Maybe not. Maybe not. I know. I saw her in the 100. Yeah.
Yep. And then Skylin Olson, she does some throwing for us. She's new this year, so she's kind of trying everything out. She's going to different places in practice. She ran the 100-meter as well on Monday. Mm-hmm. So she's just kind of trying to find her place, find out what she wants to do, and that's it for us for seniors this year.
So just 4 seniors this year, and of course the other 3 that you'd mentioned there, they'd been around for a while, so they've been around the track, and your second year, so I'm sure it's good leadership brought to the team by them, is what I should say.
No, they definitely step up, and because the boys team too is there's only one senior over there, and he's just one of our managers because of an injury, but So they're pretty much the 4 leaders amongst the pack for the boys and the girls.
So you got some good leadership there. How many girls out for the team total? Do you know off the top of your head?
7 through 12, it's about 25.
25.
Maybe a little bit more than that, but it's about 25. Yeah.
So there's some 7th and 8th graders there. They're probably not running the varsity events or doing anything in the varsity side?
We got 2 of them right now.
Are there?
Running
Okay.
mostly strictly varsity. We're going to send them to a couple junior high meets throughout the
Sure,
year.
absolutely.
But, but 2 of them long-distance runners running mostly varsity.
Who you got for coaches?
So obviously, Coach Erlinson, he's the head boys coach.
Sure.
And he works with the sprinters a lot. So, Alicia Finkrell, she does a lot of the jumping, but honestly, she does a little bit of everything. She helps out quite a bit, and section assistant track coach of the year last year.
She was.
Yeah.
Well,
so,
congratulations, Alicia.
We're really lucky to have her, and she helps out quite a bit. Kayla Mose, she's new this year. She's our new throwing coach, so she works with the shot and the discus. Sierra Hansey, new junior high coach. She works with the sprinters along with Coach Erlinson, and she's been working with the hurdlers too, which is something we didn't really have last year.
Okay.
We didn't have anybody to work with that, and then.
And Sierra was a former cowgirl trackster herself too.
Yes,
wasn't
she was.
Yeah.
She graduated in 2018, I believe.
Yeah.
So it's good to have her around as well.
Absolutely.
And then Kyler Materi, he's been volunteer helping us with pole vaulters, which we haven't been able to get anybody out on the track yet because it's all their first time. So we're hoping that in the coming weeks.
Was Kyler a pole vaulter himself?
He was.
Really?
Yeah.
I did
never
not
seen
know
him
that.
do it, but
I did not know that.
but,
I'll have
yeah.
to talk to him about that next time I see him.
So he's been helping out.
Cool.
They're coming in a few days a week.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And just like everybody else, you've been practicing inside too, I suppose.
Yeah. Yesterday was our first day out on the track, and we went out there today, but it was so windy. There wasn't a lot we could get done. So our first 2 track meets, which we had one last Tuesday, and then we had one on Monday in Wapaton. That was our first 2 times on a track.
And so you were over in Ferguson too as well. Yep. So have you got some of the results? Did you want to talk about that, or you just want to talk about the team in general?
Mostly just the team in general.
Okay.
I know Ivy. She placed top 10 in both Ferguson and Wapaton, and she's really good. She's been really good for us. And our 4x1, 4x2 teams we're placing, right around 3rd, 4th, 5th. So we've got some work to do. We improved a lot from meet 1 to meet 2.
Okay.
Just because that's our first time on a track to the second time.
Well, yeah, you don't get to get outside. You didn't have any indoors at all then, huh?
We were supposed to go to one in Concordia, but it got canceled.
That
due
was
to
another
a
one.
blizzard. Yeah. So when you get an indoor meet, you don't expect that to get canceled. So.
No, exactly. You're hoping that you're going to be able to at least do that. Yeah. Yep. So, like Larry Lash, your pole vaulters aren't getting their practice in because really it's hard to do indoors.
Yeah.
Same way with your throwers.
Yeah, so our throwers for the past couple weeks have been out in the parking lot.
Wow.
School parking lot, throwing practice shots out there, and haven't really been able to do much with discus because fear of hitting cars and oncoming traffic.
Yeah.
But we went out there today, and our shot put pit's still got a big snow mound on it, and it's completely flooded. Our discus area, it's damp, but we can definitely start using that. But the shot put area is still still got a huge snow mound in it.
So what's coming up for the Cowgirls?
Well, we got a meet. We're supposed to have a meet tomorrow.
Okay.
And I checked the weather. It's looking good. So hopefully.
Where do you think that will be?
That'll be in Hawley.
In Hawley. Okay.
Yep.
Didn't the baseball team go? Yeah, they're going to Hawley.
Yeah, they're going
too.
to Hawley as well. Yep.
Yeah.
And then next week we got another Tuesday, Thursday, DGF and Pelican Rapids, and then the following week we got another Tuesday, Thursday.
Oh wow.
We got our home meet on May 11th.
Okay.
We're going to be hosting that at NDSCS, so the new WAP track, because it's a really nice facility, and we're honored to have them let us use it.
Yeah, that's pretty cool that they'll share that with you. And again, a beautiful facility for a number of track teams. How many teams you got coming in for that one? Do you know?
It's a bit smaller.
Not the big 18, 19 that we had just the other day.
19. I think it's 6 or 7 teams. Wapaton will probably be the biggest team there.
Okay.
Breckenridge our KT Smith meet actually got canceled. That was supposed to be on April 20th, but I know Breckenridge likes to do a couple meets for a lot of the smaller surrounding schools.
What is this one?
The Anderson Schuler.
The Anderson Schuler one. Okay. All right. Well, that's coming up on, what did you say, May 11th?
Yep.
That's pretty cool. All right. I don't have anything else there for you, Coach.
All right.
Appreciate you coming in here on a
appreciate you guys having me.
rainy evening.
Yeah.
Beat up anything? All right. We'll go to a commercial break.
All right, perfect.
You all right with that?
Yeah, perfect.
All right, Michael McCall, head coach of the girls track team in Breckenridge, and I think Eric Erlinson is down there. Or is that Jake? I can't tell.
It's Eric down there.
That's Eric down there. Okay, Eric Erlinson will be coming up with the Cowboys track squad right after this. Eric, thanks again, Coach.
Yep, thank you.
All right, Michael McCall.
Studio 22 Designs, located at 904 16th Avenue North in Wahpeton, offering boutique retail and custom photography, specializing in senior sessions, newborn, children, family, and professional headshots. With over 10 years of professional photography experience, Studio 22 Designs provides high-quality, creative photography that you will cherish for years to come. Studio 22 Designs boutique retail and custom photography. Book your session today, 701-430-1024.
Sometimes it's tough being a dad. Kids grow up fast. Hey, girls. Oh, love it.
Dad, what are you doing?
I'm TikToking.
Is he serious?
Don't even want me around anymore. You know when I first started noticing it? When I stopped getting hugs. Hugs mean a lot to a dad. So, with Command IQ, I found a way to get the hugs back. Watch.
Dad, the Wi-Fi is down.
Oh, let me see if I can fix it.
It's back. Thanks, Dad. You're the best.
With Command IQ, you can bring the hugs back.
At Smith Motors in Wahpeton, we take great pride in delivering the perfect vehicle to match your lifestyle and budget. Like the eye-catching Chevy Equinox, the rugged, hard-working GMC Sierra. Since 1960, Smith Motors has provided an excellent automotive experience. From low-pressure sales to high-quality service, our customers come first. Know what you want and it's not on our lot? Let Smith Motors find it for you. Smith Motors, small-town friendly, big-town deals.
In this place, we see potential like nowhere else. Here, vision is boundless. That's why we never settle. We look for the moments when everything becomes possible. The moments that inspire us to make every day better. In this place, there's no such thing as good. There's only great. This is orthopedics and sports medicine like nowhere else.
Three Rivers Crisis Center is offering support to survivors of domestic violence, sexual violence, and child abuse in Richland County for now over 25 years. It's free and strictly confidential. 24/7 access to support and resources including counseling. Get help, identify abuse, plan for safety, support others, and get involved. Three Rivers Crisis Center's 24-hour crisis line is 701-642-2115.
Studio 22 Designs, located at 904 16th Avenue North in Wahpeton, offering boutique retail and custom photography, specializing in senior sessions, newborn, children, family, and professional headshots. With over 10 years of professional photography experience, Studio 22 Designs provides high-quality, creative photography that you will cherish for years to come. Studio 22 Designs boutique retail and custom photography. Book your session today, 701-430-1024. Studio 22 Designs.
Well, good evening, everybody, once again, and welcome to Three Borders Sports Network, our Giants Coaches Show here, powered by Red River Communications, and brought to you by the City Brew here on 4th Street and 2nd Avenue in downtown, beautiful, wet, soggy Wahpeton. Yeah. How about that? And we're joined here. First, I got to mention the live music by Joel Linder tomorrow night here at City Brew, and then Friends Trivia on May 2nd as well. And I should say Red River Communications, we're on cable channel 125, but that is changing.
Soon, yeah.
Yeah, very soon.
It's going to change here in a little bit.
We're going to be channel 28. How about that? Right next to...
A little less to say, so we just got to make sure we get it right.
Right next to the Big Daddy.
That's right. That's right. We're speaking of that, we're going to be be rubbing some elbows here
We
on
are.
Friday.
Yeah.
So
I don't want to take away from our guest here.
No,
but,
we can save it. We can save it.
But
Okay.
yeah, we got a big thing coming up on Friday for us. So yeah, it's pretty special. We'll talk about that here when we finish up with Eric. But right now we've got Eric Erlinson here joining us on the Three Borders Sports Coaches Show. And again, Eric Erlinson is the head coach of the boys track team over in Breckenridge. Cowboys head track coach Eric Erlinson. Thanks for coming up again this year.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
You got me at the end. It's past my bedtime here. But
I know. Eric was one of the last ones I sent the text message to, and he says, it's a little past my bedtime, but I'll make it. So.
And then I got here, and I realized we had to climb this obstacle course to get up here. I had to go up the ladder. I didn't know if I'd make it. So.
Well, now you're starting to sound like Freddie.
Yeah.
So Chad Frederickson did not like that ladder at all either. So
well, I guess we're in the same generation. I guess.
Yeah, we are. I know I'm a little bit older than Brian, and I'm not a fan of it very much.
He's a lot older than me, but that's okay.
Yeah.
I didn't say that.
No, thanks for having me on. No,
all right, we appreciate it, Eric. Thanks for coming in. And I do have to send out an apology to head coach of the BW softball team, Storm's softball coach, Jake Dodge. I thought I had invited him.
You have him written down.
I know I got him written down.
You got him. Hold on a second. There. You had him written down right there. I mean, I could.
Right there. It's right there.
Yeah.
And I went back and looked at my text messages, and I didn't have him. So
we'll have to make a special deal, get him on, and have him on before Ralph, so that he has enough time.
So he's got enough time, and Ralph doesn't take up all the time.
That's right. There you go.
Because Ralph can't make it tonight either. He was down in South Dakota playing golf. So tough life.
Tough life. Yes.
Tough life. All right, let's get back to track and talk to Eric Erlinson here. And Eric, again, just like Michael McCall before you here, it's been a tough spring season here.
It has been interesting.
Man.
This is my second year coaching. Mike and I started together. Michael and I started together. And if this is like what it's like, we have to extend the indoor season here a little bit or something. We have to get some more indoor meets. We were starting to look for – we don't traditionally have an indoor season in Breckenridge because usually you got like maybe one – a few practices, get one in, and then all of a sudden you're into the outdoor season. But the way it's been the last 2 years, boy, I tell you, the only time you can get a good run in is to go to an indoor meet. So, you know,
and you were you going to go to the same one that Michael was, and then that one got canceled too?
Yeah, we were. Yep,
so,
that was the same.
So
one. We were going to.
Your
go
indoor season was gone.
We did not have one at all. So.
So luckily you've been able to have two. You know, how big of a squad have you got? First of all, and how many boys you got out for this year?
We're about 15 boys.
About 15.
Yep.
Okay.
So
Does that include junior high too?
No, that's not.
Okay.
We're probably about
that's your varsity.
18 to 20 with junior high. We got a couple of junior high guys running up to the varsity. So,
okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, you've had a couple of meets, and I see you've got some results. So I'm going to let you roll.
You're going to let me roll, but first thing I'd like to thank my coaches.
Let's talk about that.
I tell you, I got to talk about our coaches because I'm kind of new to the sport as far as a coach, and so I'm just trying to help along. But we got some great coaches. Michael is just he's fun. You know, I'm so old, and it's fun to be around somebody so young like that. And he's just great to be with. You know, and then we got another young gal, Hansy.
Oh yeah,
Miss Hansy, she's there. She's helping with the handoffs and the stuff. We got her there, and Kayla Mose now is helping us with the throwers. Yep, and Coach Finkrell, you know, Alicia Finkrell is with us, and she was, you know, the quality of coach she is. You know, we have her. She is a Section 6A assistant coach of the year last year.
That was crazy. Michael said that.
I
never
heard. Did say that too.
Yeah, Michael said that, and I did not hear. If I heard that last year, I missed it.
No, so that shows a kind of the quality of the coaches I get to work with. So I'm really appreciative of that. So, and you know, I guess talk about the year a little bit. You know, it's been a tough year, and the nice thing is, and again, appreciative of, we have science school over there, and our first week of practice, they have spring break, and they kind of, between us and Wapton, open up the field house there, and we were able to get a week in the field house, which is huge.
Yeah.
You know, it would be nice to get more.
Yeah.
But that week is really nice to get.
It helps when they're on spring break. That gives that.
Well, that's
facility.
when they're gone. So
yep.
So we are able to make that work, and so that's pretty awesome. So that was our first week. And you know, Coach Lash is good to work with because, you know, we had to kind of work together on that, and he was awesome with that. So, but then then you go from that week into, it was almost like blizzards again, and so we were in the hallways, and I'm sure Coach has talked about that and doing drills and stuff in the hallways. So that was a, you know, what do you do? You know, there's only so much you can do in the hallways.
Yep.
And you know, then I can just shout out to Coach Heidemann in the baseball. it got to be a point where, like, what are we going to do? We need to get the gym at this day. And, he was willing to move some of their practices around, and we were able to get some stations in and some work in. So it's really nice.
Yep.
When you have people like that to work with, that's kind of nice.
Yeah,
so we were able to make things work. So, But our first meet was actually our first. We hadn't even run a full race hardly yet, and we were able to get to Fergus and get on the track there. So we weren't even on our track yet, and we got a meet in at Fergus, and I can just kind of go through our results. So these guys, we went in kind of saying, you know what, let's just see where we're at.
Yep.
That's kind of more of a practice type of thing.
Yep.
So
just kind of check everybody out.
I'll just go down the list.
Okay.
So I'll also start with 100 meters. And we had Paul Armitage, Bailey Evans, David Erlinson, Jacob Kunkel, and Ethan Jant running in the 100. They were unlimited entry, so it was really nice. And Paul's his first year back. Paul, he ran track as an 8th grader.
Okay.
And he hasn't been out since then, and he's back now, and he's a great addition to the team. And it's just nice to have someone like that, positive and a good athlete, and just a good person being around. So. That's nice. He ended up being our top placer. He placed 18th in it in the 100. So he was our top placer in the 100.
Okay.
In the 200, our top placer actually was an 8th grader.
Oh, wow.
Yep. Ethan Jant had a PR that day. And, to be our top placer, that's pretty awesome.
Good for him.
So it's nice to see, and he's got a good future ahead of him if he keeps working hard. So
that's pretty cool.
In the 400-meter dash, we had David Erlinson, Ethan Loretzen, and Henry Sleddahl.
Mm-hmm.
And David was our top placer. He took 13th at Fergus.
Okay.
And Ethan is a boy that he's got a lot of potential too. He's right there with David. So him and David are kind of doing some of the same things. They're doing the 400 and they're doing the long jump too. So
okay.
I made Henry run the 400, and that's before the 800. And Henry's really an 800 runner. Well, you only get one event between them. But I'm like, we're kind of treating this more, we're kind of treating this almost like condition. This is like our training, you run that 400 and then you get the hurdles in between and then you run the 800, and this is part of our training. I know you're not going to get your best 800 time, but tomorrow we're going to let him run just as 800. And so what kind of time he gets when he's fresh. So that's good for Henry Sleddahl. So he's our 800 guy. And our miler and 2-miler right now, we got an 8th grader there, and that's Troy Burnt. Troy is... he does whatever you ask him to. I tell you what, it's nice to see his smile and stuff, and he goes after it. At the last meet, I kind of jump ahead a little bit. The last meet, we're like, why don't you try and keep up with the big dogs a little bit,
Yeah.
And he did. He was like keeping up, and then he kind of, they're pretty strong runners at the end, but he really battled. He got his PR at Wapton.
Even better.
But he's, so as he gets bigger and stronger and older, he's going to be I'm excited to see where he can go as he continues to improve.
Sure.
So shot put with Brian Martinez. He was our only guy in the shot put in the discus at Fergus. Our other Eli Butts was in Africa.
Oh, wow.
He was gone. I don't know how long he was there, but it seems like, where's Eli? He's in Africa yet. Okay,
Still over there.
Yeah. Well, he's back now.
Oh, okay.
We got him back for the last one. But high jump seems to be a good event for us, and we have two really top-notch ones there, Bailey Evans and Jacob Kunkel.
Sure.
They tied for second over in Fergus.
Pretty good.
And, that, again, I don't think they had jumped over a bar onto a mat until we went to Fergus, because we just couldn't. I mean, it was just we couldn't get things out.
Can't recreate that.
Yeah, we can't
very
recreate
easily.
it. So, and then Paul also did the high jump over there too. So,
okay.
And the long jump, Jacob is doing the long jump. He was our top long jumper. Jacob Kunkel and David, and then Paul Armitage, and then Ethan Loretzen all did the long jump.
Okay.
And Jacob was our top jumper there, and that's a new event for him. So like last year, we let him kind of focus on the high jump. This year, he wants to add that long jump to something more to it. So that's good to see that.
That's good. Yeah, it's good that he wanted to do something like that.
Yeah. So, and then we got, basically after Fergus, we got 2 practices on the track. And then we had the Wapton meet. So, we were able to at least get on the track a little bit.
Yep.
But it's kind of interesting. It doesn't feel right. Well, I don't know what is it. April,
26.
Oh, geez. And we had to take the hurdles out the back way, and around the corner, there's still a snowdrift between the shed and the track.
Wow.
I mean, it's like get the snowmobile out. We gotta get
haul 'em out there.
we can't get the mats out and the pits out right now because it's still a snowdrift there. So
That's
it's just
nuts.
crazy.
Just nuts.
But anyway, we were lucky to get a nice day for the Wahpeton
Wahpeton
meet.
Yep.
And I can just kind of go through those results really quick too.
Yep.
In the 100, Paul was our top placer in the 100 in that meet. Paul Armitage. He had a PR of 12:92. He was also our top placer in the 200 meter. And he PR'd there also. So I mean, Paul, like I said, he hasn't been out since 8th grade. I have a feeling he's going to improve leaps and bounds here right away. So that's pretty neat.
Yep.
In the 400 meter, Ethan Loretzen was our top placer, and and so, you know, Ethan is you got a guy he just does whatever you ask him to. I remember last year he was diving to hand a baton off one time in the 4x2, and he took more skin off than I think anybody else deserves to. I think he needed a transplant or
ouch.
Yeah, but he does whatever it takes. And the other boy that ran, our second place guy we had was Ethan Jant, our 8th grader. Now he tends to be more of a sprinter, but I said, yeah, give that 400 a chance. And it was I found out later it's his first time he ever ran the 400
in that track meet.
Yeah. He told me, I don't ever want to do that again, Coach. I said, that's good for you to try that out a little bit. And so Ethan did that, and then the 800, Henry Slidell was our top placer there. He got a PR. 229, and then Troy again, like I mentioned, about in the mile and the 2 mile. Now I ran him in both the mile and 2 mile in both those meets, and that's tough. Then he hits that 2 mile at the second one. You can do the mile earlier and then the 2 mile later.
Yep.
And that's for a young guy. That's a lot.
Yep.
So I pushed him, and tomorrow night we're hoping to just run him in the 2 mile.
Okay.
'Cause that's what he thinks he feels. We might be stronger, and so we'll see what he can get for a time after not running that mile. So that'll be kind of interesting to see tomorrow.
Yep.
And then we got our guy from Africa back in the shot put.
Eli Butts
came back. Yeah. He was in the shot put in the discus, and he was our top placer there.
All right.
So, and the other thing is he's working on a knee injury that, coming back from a knee injury, kind of tweaked his knee, and he's had some surgery on it, and he's coming back from that. So he'll just get better and better here as he gets more stable on that. And then we had Grayson Matichek also was in there today. So he was at that meet, and he's a young 9th grader, big, long, tall boy, and he has some potential, but still kind of raw at things. So we'll get him going there in that.
All right.
And again, high jump, Jacob was our top placer. He went 6 feet. That was his record.
That's pretty good.
His
that was a PR?
Yes. No, his PR is 6'4".
Oh, is it?
Yeah, that was last year. And so, like I said, this is only like he was on the mat at Fergus, and then we had a couple times we were able to get actually over to Wahpeton and jump on their mat a couple times, and so he's really been only on the mat about 3 or 4 times. So and then Bailey placed 8th at the 5.8. So and then Paul Armitage got a PR. He went 5.4, and like I said, he's just new to this thing. So Paul just keeps popping up and things. So he's got a lot of potential.
I know we called his name a few times. We did that track meet on Three Border Sports, and I remember calling his name a few times.
So he just keeps, and then, like I said, the room
and
for
David did not take part in that one.
David did not.
Yeah.
Because he, well, I think he got turf toe. He got turf toe, and he was in gym class, and I can share with my son. So it's he was in gym class, and he stubbed his toe, and I was like, well,
pretty sore.
You can either go on it, and then that's one of those things where if you keep going, you'll probably irritate it, and it'll just not get better. So we're going the safe way with it, and so he did not participate in that one.
So what's coming up next?
Well, we have tomorrow, hopefully we go to Wahpeton. Or not Wahpeton, to Holly.
To Holly.
Yep.
That's right.
They'll go to Holly tomorrow.
Yep. Michael said that too, that he was going to Holly. So you guys and the baseball team hopefully going to Holly.
Yes, hopefully. Cross our fingers. And I looked at the weather, and it's like it's supposed to rain, like the chances of rain go up about 7 or 8 o'clock. So it's like, okay, how much can you get in by then?
What you going to do,
Yeah, so it might be one of those things where we go and get as much in as we can and run for the school, and when it starts to downpour.
Do what you can.
Yep.
All right, B-Dub, you got anything? We're just going to take it to break? Okay, we'll just take it to break, he said. So, again, head coach of the Cowboys track squad, that's Eric Erlinson joining us here. Again, Eric, thanks for coming up, and maybe we'll see you next week.
That'd be
Hopefully
great.
A couple more track meets to talk about.
Hopefully we can.
All right, we'll come back here. Brian and I will wrap this up here shortly. Again, Eric Erlinson, thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, we'll be back with more right after.
Every business begins with an idea. With dedication, hard work, and high-speed broadband, that idea can grow into something giant. The member organizations that form BAND are proud to support North Dakota businesses every step of the way, from the soil to the stadium. The Broadband Association of North Dakota, helping North Dakotans grow bright ideas into big business.
Getting you back to what you love. We are Optimum Rehab. For over a decade, Dr. Tony Egeman has provided physical therapy services for the people of Wahpeton, Breckenridge, and surrounding communities. We're a small practice that sees our patients as individuals. Through hands-on techniques, our patients have their treatment plans tailored to their exact needs. Sprains, sore muscles, back pain, achy joints, rehab following surgery, you name it. Optimum Rehab is your answer. When you need exceptional physical therapy, you need Optimum Rehab.
Red River Human Services Foundation provides services to people with disabilities which enhances their quality of lives and enable them to live, work, and develop relationships in their communities. Red River Human Services Foundation has multiple direct support professional positions available in their Wahpeton, Fargo, and West Fargo locations. Job opportunities include flexible scheduling, competitive wages, on-site paid training, and life experience. Voted #1 place to work for the past 5 years, join their team and apply online at www.rrhsf.org. Red River Human Services Foundation supports all local area sports activities and wishes everyone the best of luck.
Your business depends on technology. Digital Guru provides professional IT solutions you can trust to keep it moving forward. From redesigning existing systems to brand new builds, we offer your business managed IT services, including backups, cybersecurity, cloud services, remote desk support, and more. And don't forget, we also provide audio, video, security camera, and door access control installation. Focus on what you do best and leave the technology to the professionals. Contact Digital Guru.
Well, welcome back, everybody, to the Giants Coaches Show here on Three Borders Sports Network. I'm Joe Schreiner, Brian Watson. We're powered by Red River Communications and soon-to-be cable channel 125.
See, I knew that was going to happen.
Yeah, it'll happen again.
Yeah, I knew that was coming.
We're on channel 125 tonight, and we will be through the rest of the month. And then I think on May 1st, we're switching to channel 28.
28.
So from now on, there's going to be some channel changes on Red River Communications.
Adrian Peterson, 28.
There, look at you.
That'll be a good way to remember it for you. Yeah?
Yeah.
It's okay.
Adrian Peterson, all day.
AP all day.
We are also powered by the City Brew here, and we want to thank them. And Hannah and the crew have been fantastic here. We had some great snacks, and we're going to tear down here and set up here for something else we're going to talk about shortly. But live music here tomorrow night with Joe Linder, and then Friends Trivia on May 2nd right here on the floor of the City Brew. Well, after tonight, Brian and I are going to tear down, and we've got a big project ahead of us, B-Dub, and we're going to be setting up, and actually Julie and I were down there today setting up a little bit down in Hankinson, and we got a big project here coming up, and we're looking forward to it.
Going to be fun.
It is going to be fun.
Be a good time.
We're going to head down to Hankinson, folks, and we are going to do a draft party on Friday night. We're going to broadcast it live here on Three Borders Sports Network for Cody Malk. It's the NFL draft party down there for Cody. A few of Cody's closest friends, Brian, will be there, and we're invited to be there as well, and we're just thrilled to be a part of it. So we're going to go down to Hankinson. We'll start the broadcast around 6 p.m. on Friday night. We will be there tomorrow night, too, as well. We're going to go down there, and just in case Cody does go in the first round, we will record his reaction, and we'll talk to him a little bit right after that. But also on Friday, we're going to have a bunch of interviews.
A lot of interviews, a lot of videos. We've got some some things from
Some
around
pictures.
the community, and it's going to be pretty good. It's going to be cool. And it'll be more than just just his announcement, but we have some stories, some backstories, and Raleigh and Julie are going to do a really good job. It'll be a nice episode of Off the Cuff.
Yeah, Julie had put like you said, some videos of the local folks there down there. Julie showed it to me today, and it was just amazing and fun. That video, Brian, it's about a 3-4 minute video, but just the local people, some teachers, some coaches, it's fun. It's going to be fun.
Safe to say it's a big deal for Hankinson, North Dakota.
Yep.
To have an NFL player in their sights here, so
And,
it's gonna be cool, really cool.
And it's interesting because not only is little old Three Borders Sports Network going to be there, but there's also going to be some major networks there too as well.
Yeah,
so.
we might be pushing some people around, saying, "Hey, we're local. You stay over there."
Yeah, Julie is a blood relative of this young man.
Yeah.
So
So when ESPN and NFL Network, when they kind of step in, we might be able to say, "Hey, you guys are over there. We're right here."
That's kind of what we did today. So yeah, we've got it set up down there at Hankinson, and we're going to have a broadcast here. Brian's going to produce it. I'm just going to kind of run around behind the scene and be a stage gopher.
Yeah, we'll put you to work.
Are you?
You're gonna start earning your money.
Oh.
On Friday, that's for sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't get to talk.
Well, I know that's going to be hard for you, but Raleigh and Julie be doing all the talking, and you might have to run a camera.
I might do that.
depending on what the setup's like. So
we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
So
you're going to earn your keep.
We're looking forward to it. It's going to be a great show, and we hope you can join us too as well. We know there's other opportunities. We're going to keep you up to date on the draft as much as we can. Raleigh and Julie got some great family interviews, some friends interviews lined up. It's going to be a great time, so we're looking forward to it.
It's going to be good. I mean, it's just going to be fun, and I don't know, my first time at a draft party, so
yeah, especially with a real NFL guy there.
Yeah.
So it's going to be fun.
Yeah,
It is going to be a blast, folks. So we hope you can join us on Friday night. Again, the broadcast will start at 6 p.m. It'll be on Red River Communications Cable Channel 125 and also on our YouTube channel. Brian's already put the link out there, so you can check out the link on our website. I don't know. I guess that's going to be our main thing tomorrow. Again, we'll be there tomorrow for round 1. If he does not go in round 1, we will be there live for round 2.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
And 3 if it has to.
It's interesting to see, some of the projections of where he could go. It could go late first round.
Mm-hmm.
Buffalo. There's a connection there.
Mm-hmm.
They're saying Kansas City maybe. Those are late first round picks, and then we'll see what happens early in that second round. But
I saw a name pop up today too for the New York Jets. And how about that would be going to be an offensive lineman for Mr. Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah. The real team was also mentioned in conversation too as well. The Steelers.
The Vikings?
No, the Steelers. That team was mentioned. So, I mean, I know that he went to the wrong school, but, I mean.
Oh, here we go.
If he wears black and gold, I mean, it's a little bit different than green and gold. I mean, I can adjust, I guess.
All right. You can live with it?
I would. I would.
All right.
So.
All right, we're looking forward to it. Raleigh and Julie's episode of Off the Cuff will start Friday night at 6 p.m. And, again, it'll be on our YouTube channel as well as Red River Communications Cable Channel 125. We're going to try and come back here next week and do this all over again. I've learned some lessons, and away we go.
So have I. I can tell you that. Hey,
we've only got a couple more weeks to go here.
I know. We're on the air, so it's good.
Yep, we are. All right. For Brian Watson, I'm Joe Schreiner. Good night, everybody, and thank you to the City Brew, Red River Communications, and all of our sponsors. If you see any of them, tell them thanks as well, because without them, we can't be doing this. Good night, everybody.
Johnson with the home